Alright. Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's yin practice. I actually decided to try something a little bit new. It's a bit of a yin flow, so a bit of yin and yang. So there'll be some movement and also some good deep stretching. All you need today, if you want your blocks, you can use them. They're probably not required today. So all you really need is yourself and your mat, and find yourself a comfortable position. We're going to start standing, just in mountain pose. We'll get started. So keeping the feet like just about hip width apart. Hands come down along the sides, shoulders get drawn down the back, rolled back. And just breathe in for 5 breaths here. Standing tall, flexing the legs, pulling the quads away from the kneecaps, lifting them. And that last breath here. And as you exhale, coming down, placing the hands on the mat, stepping the right foot back, and dropping the knee for a low lunge, and just placing the hands on the top of the knee, and stretching out as much as you need to. You should feel this down the front of the quad, through the hip flexor. If you want to deepen this stretch, you can actually grab that back foot and pull it in toward your bum. We're just going to hold it here for a couple minutes. Paying attention to your breath here. Slow, controlled breaths. Maybe count for 6 on the way in. And exhale for 7 if you can. We're joined by my husband today. You can use some flexibility. If you have your back foot up, releasing the back foot, placing the hands down on the mat, untucking those right toes, lifting the right knee up off the ground, and sending that back foot up into your 3-legged dog. Just holding here for a couple of breaths. And then bringing it down towards the elbows and sending it through and opening up for a side plank. And then just dropping the bum down to the mat. There's a spider on my mat. Can you get it, please? I'm just going to spin around here so that you can see me. And we're just going to stay here in a wide-legged fold. And coming forward ever so gently. As far as you can. We're going to hold here for a couple minutes. You can grab the heels if it's accessible. You can reach forward, or you can stay seated. Nice strap. Staying here, you're seated full while I grab my husband the strap.
It's available.
You can watch my husband for modified variations.
The struggle is real.
Sorry, folks.
I forgot to turn
My
that
husband
off.
left his compressor on when he was working this morning. With every breath, sinking a little bit deeper into the pose.
Sorry.
Releasing your feet or your strap, whatever you've got, walking the hands up to seated, and then bending that left knee, bringing the foot inside the right thigh, and we're going to lean toward that right foot. Again, every inhale coming up, and every exhale just sinking just a little bit deeper than the last. I'm just going to turn my body here. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn so I would be where I would be if I hadn't moved in the first place. You want to turn again?
Are we switching our legs?
No. Okay. And then when you're ready, letting go of the foot, coming back to a straight back, planting the left hand down. And step into that left or right foot and lift up. And we're just going to do some shoulder circles here. And then plant that hand down, sending that left foot back, your three-legged dog. Holding it here for a couple of breaths. And then on your next exhale, stepping it through between the hands for your high lunge. And then opening up to standing star. And we're going to lower down for goddess. And come back up to stand. We'll lower down. And stand. And lower down. Come to stand. And lower down. Planting that left, or your hands back down onto the mat, turning back to your high lunge, dropping that right knee, and just holding here in this stretch. You can uncurl the toes on the right foot. Placing the hands down, we're going to shift the hips back for a half split. Walking the hands out as far as they'll go. If you want a bit deeper of a stretch, you can walk the hands inside the left leg and lower down just a little bit more. And coming forward, walking the hands to the front of the mat on both sides of the foot, lifting your right knee, stepping forward, and just letting the body fold. Keeping the knees bent as much as you need to bring your belly down to your thighs. We're just going to hang here and cross the arms. Just rock it out for a few breaths. And when you're ready, placing the hands down, bringing the hands up overhead, and then the exhale down to heart center and alongside the body for mountain pose. I'm just holding it here for a couple of breaths, engaging the muscles in the whole body here, lifting those kneecaps, squeezing those thighs, setting the shoulder blades down the back. And on your next exhale, stepping the left foot back, dropping the left knee down, and leaning forward into that right knee. Uncurling the toes on the left foot, and just opening up that left hip flexor, stretching out that left quad. If this isn't enough of a stretch for you, like I said last time, you can grab the left ankle with your hands and pull it in toward your bum. It's a great stretch if you do a lot of sitting at your work. I cycle a lot, so my quads get really tight, and my hip flexors get really tight. It's a great stretch to help loosen those muscles up. Releasing that back foot, planting the hands down, curling the toes under, lifting the back knee, and sending that right foot back into your three-legged dog. Staying here for a couple of breaths. And on your next inhale, bringing the knee in toward the elbows and sending it through, opening up for your side plank. Dropping the bum down to the floor for your seated wide-legged fold. Same as last time, you can grab onto the feet if it's accessible. You can use a strap. You can just place the hands out in front of you. Whatever you're comfortable with in your practice. On every inhale, coming up just a little bit. And on every exhale, sinking down just a little bit further into the stretch. Releasing the feet or your straps, and walking the hands back, up, bringing up your body, drawing that right foot in toward the thigh, and then stretching toward that left foot. Releasing the foot, walking the hands back up to seated, planting that right hand down behind you, and then lifting up onto that right knee. And just working on some upper body circles with that left shoulder. On your next exhale, dropping that left hand down, bringing the right knee to center, and kicking it back for your three-legged dog. Taking a couple breaths here. And on your next exhale, bringing that left foot forward between the hands into your high lunge, dropping that right knee, or no, not that yet. Staying in your high lunge, opening up to that star, and then dropping down to goddess, up to star, and lowering down, standing, lowering down, and coming up, and one more time, lowering down, coming up to standing, turning the body, curling the hands down, kicking that right foot back, and then back between the feet, hands, dropping the left knee down, uncurling the toes, and staying here in a low lunge. I messed up my order a little bit there. Alright, placing the hands down, shifting the hips back, straightening out that right leg, figure half split. Again, if that's not enough of a stretch for you, you can walk the hands to the inside of that right leg, and lower down just a little bit more. Walking the hands back to center, planting that right foot on the ground, stepping the left to meet the right, and then coming into your fold, bending the knees as much as you need to draw that belly in toward those thighs, crossing the arms and just hanging here for a few breaths. Rocking it out. Your next exhale, planting the hands down, straightening out those legs, bringing those hands up overhead, and then drawing them down to heart center and down alongside the body. We're going to go through those sequences again, much quicker. We're just going to hold each pose for a couple of breaths at a time. Just going to do one round for each leg. So when we start, we step that right foot back, dropping the right knee down, coming into that low lunge, uncurling the toes, planting the hands down, curling the toes back under, straightening out that right leg, sending the left foot back for your three-legged dog, and then back through, shooting the leg through, opening up for your side plank, lowering down for your wide-legged fold. Coming up to center, bending in that left knee, bringing it into the inside of the right thigh, folding toward that right foot. And release, come back to center. Planting the left hand down, lifting the hips up. Some nice big shoulder circles. And planting that right hand down, lifting up off that right toe, sending the left foot back for your three-legged dog. Bringing the left foot between the hands, opening up for your star, squatting down for goddess, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and then bending in that right foot, turning that toward the front of your mat, lowering that right leg down, dropping the right knee, coming into your low lunge, hands down around your ankle or on your mat, shifting the hips back for your half split, and coming forward, walking the hands to the front, stepping that right foot to meet the left to your forward fold. Dropping the hands down, reaching up overhead, bringing the hands down, heart center, and then down alongside the body. Breathing in here. Sending that left foot back, dropping the left knee to the floor, uncurling the toes. Nice quad stretch here. Planting the hands, sending that right foot back for your three-legged dog. Bringing the knee in, sending it through, opening up for your side plank. Dropping the hips for your wide-legged fold. Coming back to center, bringing that right knee in, bringing that right foot in toward the left thigh, folding toward the left toes. Back to center, plant the right hand down behind you, lifting through the hips, some nice big shoulder circles. Planting that left hand down, sending the right foot back for your three-legged dog. And sending the right foot forward, high lunge, opening up for your star. And squat down for goddess, and back to star for 2. And 3. Back to standing, pointing the right foot toward the front of the mat. Bending down, dropping that left knee, uncurling the toes, folding forward. Planting the hands down, sending the hips back. Your half split. And coming forward, stepping the feet together for your fold. And when you're ready, planting the hands down, letting yourself fall down to the mat to seated. We'll just do a couple little stretches here before we move into our final Shavasana. You can curl the knees in toward the chest, laying on your back, rolling it out. Grabbing the outsides of the feet, opening up the hips for happy baby. Just rocking it out, massaging the back. And when you're ready, just lowering the feet down to the mat. We're just going to let the knees sway side to side. And then let them gently fall to the left. Looking over your right shoulder. On your next inhale, bringing the knees back to center. And letting them fall to the right. Looking over your left shoulder. On your next inhale, bringing the knees back to center. And letting the feet just fall nice and wide to the edges of your mat. Displaying the arms nice and wide. Taking a few breaths here, closing the eyes down. Thanking yourself for this practice today. Thank you for joining me today. Allow me to guide you through your practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. This one was a little bit different from anything I've tried before, so I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you tomorrow in our partner workouts. Namaste. I will be ending the video shortly. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. Take a few moments to decompress from your day. Gather your thoughts. And just find stillness.